screen.
What? Please, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So as I said, if you don't bring this one here, it will not also run. So we need to take into consideration all these kind of small basic things. It's very important to do that. All right. So now I don't have standardized estimate. What I have is the unstandardized. So I need to ensure that I have standardized estimate in the model. So I click on this small button. You see it, analyze properties. So I click on analyze properties. Then it displays this dialog box for me. So I have this. So I click on the output. Now, if you could remember, when we were looking at the exploratory factor analysis, I did mention that the confirmatory or the structural approach technique approach, you see the maximum likelihood. So this is the maximum likelihood. That is the default. So that is that maximum likelihood. When you were doing the exploratory factor analysis, we had the option to set whether to use maximum likelihood or principal component or the other techniques. So we click on the output here. We click on the output here. And then when you click on it, there are a lot of statistics here, but we will only look at few of them. So we are interested in getting the standardized regression weight, and then the squared multiple correlation. And then because we are also thinking that some of the items might not work well, so we want to do some kind of modification. So we are also interested in the modification indices. So we click on the modification indices here. And then we also want to check for normality. That is if you want. But as I said earlier on, you can do the basic things in the exploratory side. So you can perform the descriptive statistics, check for normality, use the skewness, and then the kurtosis. But if maybe because of one or two things you cannot do it in the other side and you want to do it, you can select it, and then at the end of the day, you can get it. You can also get a same thing. So select it. Then we want a kind of correlation. We want to see some kind of correlation. So once you've been able to do it like this, just click on this close. You click on close. You save it again on the save. You click on the save, and then you run it again. Let's run it again and see what happens. Okay, so now it is working. So now we can look for standardized estimate. We click on standardized estimate, and then we can see. So this is the standardized regression weight. These are the standardized. The first one was on standardized. The first one was on standardized. So that is something that you must take note. The first one was on standardized, but now this is a standardized. Standardized, you can talk or take it in terms of percentage. So you can say that ease of use has approximately 5% impact on satisfaction. Usefulness has about 8% impact on satisfaction, and so on in terms of percentage. And then satisfaction can influence trust of about 25%. And then the impact that all these variables have on trust is approximately 25%. Please, let's take note. This is overall R squared. Overall R squared. Okay. But this one is just looking at how much satisfaction can influence trust. It is 50%. But this R square here is for all, everything put together, making this. So all this one, at the end of the day, they are moving to satisfaction. And then satisfaction would also give it to trust to be 25%. So you must take note. Don't say that it's only for satisfaction, but it is for all the constructs. And their impact on trust is now 25%. It is very, very important when you are doing your reporting to add some of these basic things. Please, any question? Yes.
My question is, with the 25% and 50%, there is no indication as to whether the 50% is for satisfaction alone and the 25 is coming from a combination of all the constructs. So how do you know that the 25 is not from satisfaction alone, but it is the 50 that is from satisfaction alone?
Okay. Yes. But you see, at the end of the day, we are to have you seen this round circle?
Yes.
It has highlighted everything. And then this 52, it will highlight it that it is this line. Okay. But for us to know, because at the end of the day, someone will ask you, so now what is the impact of all the constructs, the independent construct on the dependent? At least you should have something to tell the person that, okay, putting everything together, it is this. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. If you look at this particular construct, it has no value here. Do you see that? It has no value here. But if you look at this one, it has a value.
Yeah.
It has a value.
So my question is, how do you know that that value 25 is coming from satisfaction alone, or it is coming from all the contribution of the other constructs?
Yes, there will be nothing to show you. There will be nothing to show you that it is. But the only thing that can help you is the line. If you point the cursor on it, as you can see here, it tells you that this one is this. But because this one is a round thing, okay, it is for all, meaning everything. You should have it because now you are using this technique. These are some of the small hidden things. You should know that taking all the constructs into consideration, okay, you should have it, you should know it. There will be nothing like that to show you that it is, because you will not see, even with this one, you only see a line. I will show that this line is from here, but you are only looking at the line with this value. That is why you can say that it is from usefulness to satisfaction. So the same way, satisfaction to trust is this. So now, if you have a circle of this form, you should have it in mind, and then it means the overall impact of all the construct on that.
Okay.
There will be, I don't think there will be, you will not know it. There will be nothing to show you. There will be nothing to show you this is what it is. There will be nothing to show you that. But you have to know that because you're a dependent variable, definitely all these ones will influence the other one, the other variable at the end.
Okay.
Okay. Tackling your question.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I have a question for you. By that explanation on trust, that is overall the total percentage contribution from all the other constructs is 25%. Is that right?
Yes.
Now we can say the same for satisfaction, that all the other constructs, there is that contribution of 1%.
Yes.
Is that?
Yes, this one.
1%.
Yes.
That may be its contribution to the other construct. Customary.
That is all the other constructs, their impact on
satisfaction is 1%.
Construct their impact on satisfaction.
Does that mean that satisfaction is not significant in the study?
Well, it could be. It could because 1% is very small. But as it could be that some of the questions are not doing well. That is why we have some of these results. So we need to do investigation and see. Okay. So once we have done it, the next thing is to check for the results. Now this is just the model. So we are discussing it from the diagram point of view.
Yeah.
Okay. The diagram point of view. So let's go and look for the table itself, where the result is, so that we can make the interpretation from there.
Before you go.
Okay. Please go ahead.
I would like to know the unstandardized and the standardized. Okay. Which one should be used, and why did we go to the standardized? Unstandardized, then we later came to the standardized. Which one should be used?
All right. Mostly the standardized is as the name itself implies. If something is standardized, then it's like you have within a specific criteria that you need to follow. Okay, so we are saying that the standardized is in a form of, let's say, 100%. From 0 up to 1, but the unstandardized estimate, it goes beyond 100. So sometimes doing the interpretation becomes a problem. Okay, doing the interpretation becomes a problem. So if you have,
because I realized that the figures that we got when we did the unstandardized is different from that of the standardized.
Yeah, oh yes, they are different. They will be different. Yes. Yeah. So if you want to get a better interpretation, or if you want to limit your interpretation, then I would suggest you use the standardized weights to do the interpretation.
All right.
Okay. So I want to check the results. So I click on view text. View text here. I click on it. If I click on it, it will open the results in a different view. So I click to maximize it. So now this is the summary statistics that you have. Let's look at the almighty chi-square. Look at the degrees of freedom. Now look at the probability value. It is 0.000. This one alone should tell us that the model that we are fitting, it is not appropriate. But as I said, we cannot base on a chi-square alone to reject the model that this work that we have worried ourselves since morning. It is not good, so we should throw it away. We can't test our hypothesis here and there. It is so. What we do is we look for other alternative by modifying the model. So then, just to look at how the model or the relationship is, let us go through the estimate and see. So we click on the estimate here. We click on the estimate. When you click on the estimate, you see the regression weight. If you click on the regression weight, it will appear like this. It will appear like this. So now, let's look at something. This is the impact of customer satisfaction, the impact of customization on satisfaction, brand on satisfaction, responsiveness on satisfaction, and so on. So these are your independent variables on the left side, and then this becomes the satisfaction becomes like the middle indicator, and then you have the other variable to be trust also here. Now, if you look at the estimate, here, and then their probability values, you could see, if you point the cursor on this, let's look at the interpretation. Now, the software is designed in such a way that even if you don't know what it is, once you point the cursor on it, it will show you what it means so that you can take it from there. Now, if you have stated a hypothesis, that customization has impact on satisfaction or customer satisfaction. Look at the results. This results tells you that, let's see what it's saying. It says the probability of getting a critical ratio as large as 0.391 in absolute value is 0.694. In other words, the regression weight for custom is in prediction of satisfaction is not significantly different from 0. It is not significantly different from 0. So this one simply means that customization has no significant impact on customer satisfaction. The same way applies to brand image. Brand image too does not. So it says it's not significant. So it also means that per the data set that we have, per the kind of data set that we have, we can also say that brand does not or has no impact on satisfaction. Responsiveness has no impact on satisfaction. Usefulness has no impact on satisfaction. Ease of use has no impact. And then let's look at the relationship between the interact and then satisfaction. That one too, it is no impact, because just look at the estimate even here. Okay, but remember, these are unstandardized estimates. Okay, so sometimes they will look somehow. Now, if you look at trust and satisfaction, that is the only one that shows significance. So now let's click on it and see. It says the probability of getting blah, blah, blah. In other words, the regression weight for satisfaction in the prediction of trust is significantly different from 0.0 at the 0.001 level. So this one tells you that all the other relationship per your 7 hypotheses that you have formulated, it is only one that is supporting the argument. That is, it is only trust that has significant relationship. It's only customer satisfaction that is having significant relationship with trust. I hope it makes sense. Up to this point.
Yeah.
Is there something that someone wants to, a question that you want to ask? Any confusion somewhere? Which we pray so that there should be no confusion. We pray that there should be no confusion.
Actually, Mr. Sari.
Yes, madam.
I was going to ask, when the gentleman asked about the 0.1 effect on satisfaction.
Okay.
You remember on the path diagram?
Yeah.
Yes, he said that. So it means that satisfaction doesn't have effect. All those other variables do not have effect on satisfaction or something like that. So after you have done, you have done your work, you've collected your data and you reach this point and you get this kind of result. What do you do? Does it mean that all the data you collected?
If after validating the model, we have not validated it yet.
Okay.
We've not looked at the modification side. We've not done anything, but we just try to observe the data, the result. But let's assume that you have done your validation. You have done everything. And this is what you have. Please report it.
Hey.
Okay, I think you can bring your ideas. Master Solo, go. You can bring your ideas. You have this. This is what you have. What should you do?
In fact, the honorable thing to do is to report what you have. Just that it means there's an indication that probably you didn't do your literature review well. And so all the assumptions you made that these constructs will have influence on satisfaction, they were wrong from beginning, but you didn't realize it from the literature. But then what you have, what you have now is what you have. So you have to report on it.
Wow.
But
I also think the same way.
But
You have to report because that doesn't jeopardize the work that you have done. Just that this is what you found on the ground.
Yeah. Because yes, you can do a very good literature review. But you see, some of this literature review or some of this work that have been done and you can easily fall on and use it, they are not done in our area. Okay, most of them are not done in our terrain. And when it comes to how respondent also responds to questions, over there, if you take the other part of the world, they are able to come out freely. Okay, what is your view about a particular question? They will just tell you the truth of it. But in Ghana here, if you are asking someone a question, the person can decide to give you a different thing, especially if the person thinks, if it's relating to his salary or something, we are asking a question, rate your level of this.
Exactly.
Anyhow. Okay, so please, once you have done your literature says that if you look at the paper that I gave, you will get to know that some of the hypotheses are the literature review were supporting. By the end of the day, you will get the opposites. So once you have done your literature, you yourself, you know you have read enough and you've been able to get it. And you have this. Please, let's report it. And
Wow.
remember
I think
that
it will also serve as a literature for another person to also
I think so.
Yeah. So it's a finding. And like in medicine, you do try and error. If it comes out negative, that doesn't mean that what you have done is wrong. Maybe at some point it will be applicable, but
Okay.
not for maybe this current situation.
Okay.
Okay. I was thinking that maybe you could do your correction and then collect data. You see, maybe you are collecting from 2, 3, 5 different places, universities, for example. So then you can relook at your questions and then collect fresh data to top this up to see whether you get the same result or something will change.
Okay.
Can you do that too?
I think that is why if you have time. Yeah, that is when you have time. And
yeah, because I was thinking that if you are doing academic work and you do this and it happens like that, I mean, it is obvious that you faltered somewhere along the line. You didn't see it and you are now seeing it. I mean, I don't know how you could. You are reporting, yes, I know you are reporting what you found, but I don't know how you can pass. Because it shows that there was a mistake. There's something you didn't do right. All I'm saying is that sometimes you get negative results, yes, but sometimes it is through your own fault, a mistake that you had done. So I'm only asking, how can you correct this mistake if indeed you made a mistake somewhere in your questionnaire?
Well, as you have indicated, that is, if you have enough time to, maybe it could be that the sample size, or maybe it was too small, so you can maybe top it up. That is, as I said, if you have the time to do that, or maybe you can check the modification, okay, again, and see, have you removed some significant items that you are not supposed to? As we were looking at it last week, that remove, add, remove, drop, and so it is a kind of a game that you are playing with your model. So if you don't know and you remove a significant item from the model, it can affect the entire model. And even in some cases, it will not even terminate. It will not even run. One item, the moment you remove it, your model will not run again until you bring that item. So it means that maybe you did something wrong. So you need to play with the model over a period. Then after that, if you think that is all that you have, then you can go ahead and present your result. It could be, as Jackie said, it could be your starting point for someone. It could be a starting point for someone to also base on. For some of this information, we don't have them in our country. Okay, so don't give up completely by saying we are going to do a new data collection. Think through all these kind of options and see what you can do. If you can add up to the data, that is fine. Or you can do some intelligence guessing of data and add it to it to just give it a weight. I think fine. Or you can standardize the entire data set. That one too will be fine. So you have a lot of options to look at before you decide to go to the field again for data collection.
Okay. Thank you. And thank you, my colleagues.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Let me say something. I also think that people who answer the question, either they did not understand the question or they are just answering. These are the things that may cause an error here. If people just write or people just answer the question, maybe they don't want to actually give the right answers to the question asked, we are likely to have a data like this. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Yes. So the error is coming from the respondents, how they answer the questions.
Okay.
Because I know that brand and customary, this thing normally helps. Because if you are going to buy something, you may look at the brand first. You may be looking for a particular brand. And so it should have an influence. And all the person, this thing, you should be able to have an influence. For us to have a situation where they are not having influence, it may be due to people who answer the questionnaire.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is why it is important to also check for the reliability at the initial stage. If there is consistency in the responses.
Yeah.
So if you check the reliability and you think that, or the reliability result is very low, then you can also do some kind of add and remove. You can remove some of the items and then try to run the reliability again and see. So that at the end of the day, you are not even bringing the entire questions and unless it's satisfaction or brand to the model. You are only based on, let's say, T1, T3, and then T5. That is all that you are focusing on. By so, it's likely that you can get a very good estimate.
Estimate, yes.
Yeah, I think, yes, and then Madam also said that I would say that based on my environment, the model does not apply. It may be based on other differentials. I don't really understand. This is more of marketing ways. Madam, please can you help us with the what is meant by product differentials or differentiation? Okay, it seems Madam is not around. Okay.
A course student, where are you?
Okay. All right. So what product differentiation? I don't know much about marketing, so I don't want to go there. But if it is about, I don't know, I don't want to commit myself. So if there is a reason why certain
Commit.
Oh, okay. She says she has sound problem. No sound. Okay. So
okay, Mr. Sorry, can I?
Okay. All right. Okay.
With the little knowledge that I have, this one is old school
Okay.
knowledge. So I think product differentiation has to do with a marketing strategy used by organizations to differentiate products from their competitors. So it may be maybe in terms of their branding or their content or packaging, just to make them unique on the market. So it may be the same, product in terms of maybe beverages, but there may be something about it in terms of the taste. If you look at the beverage, those who produce beverages,
Okay.
despite I think special malt and those things, they have their packaging and the taste different from what Twellium is doing, even though it's the same product. Okay. So to help them differentiate themselves from the market, I think that is it. I don't know whether if they are marketing gurus, please kindly approve.
Okay. All right. I think it's okay. The understanding is there.
Okay.
We can read more. We can read more. At least once you have a justification to rate, okay, you are free to go. Unless you don't have a justification. Okay. All right. So we will be okay. Master Solo, your hand is up.
Yes. I checked the paper that we use its model for this exercise. And I realized that all their contributions are significant. So I wanted to ask if the items we use for this exercise, you just created them up so that we just can use something, or it is the same thing that we use, but then we have done something wrong here.
Oh, okay. Yes. Because I wanted us to follow the same thing, so I created my own data set.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I created my own data set because most of them they don't publish their data sets.
Yeah.
So you will not get it. So this is not the same as that of the paper. The results won't be the same.
Okay.
So
thank you.
let's take notes. The results will not be the same. If you look at their results.
So please, the error is coming from you, eh?
Oh yes, it's let's say mine data that I gathered. Let's say mine data. Remember, this study was not done in Ghana. Okay, so let's assume that I wanted to replicate the same study in Ghana here. Okay, so based on my data set that I gathered, it's only trust. As you can see, trust and satisfaction is what is showing significant impact. So it's supporting. But just see even the other ones, you can see that they are all not supporting. It's only 3. So I'm not far from this this paper. Or what do you think? But we have not even validated our model yet too. We've not done that. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, we have not validated it. So after the validation, then we can finally come to this side and then we can do the test of hypothesis. Other than that, as it stands, it's like it's a raw kind of output for us. We are yet to do the validation.
But
All
are
right.
you sure what we are seeing in this morning, there is any hope for us if we do the validation?
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Let's check let's check the modification indices. Let's check it.
Okay.
Check the. All right. Okay. I can get the sound. So, Madam, want to speak. Madam, so you can go ahead. Sir. I can't get the sound. Oh, I can't. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Sorry. So let's check at least the basic modification indices that we use to evaluate our model. Now, this one is supposed to go around 90. This one to around 90, around 90. And this one is supposed to be less than 0.3. I grow better if you are not out. But anyway, you guys, after the modification, you get to know most of them are supposed to go to 90. This one must go to 90. This one 90. And then the root mean square error of approximation should be less than 0.08. But we can do something about it. So maybe after the various modification, and then
Right.
that you will get a positive response. In fact, we are not supposed to get everything right in terms of the modification indices. We are not supposed to get all of them at that recommended value. If you can get some right and then the others two wrong, that is fine. Okay, so we would end here. We will end here and then continue, God willing, tomorrow. We are going to continue tomorrow from modification to fitting the final model and then test of the hypothesis. Yeah.
All right.
I hope it is today's lesson is okay.
Yeah, very perfect.
Yeah.
So we would end here so that tomorrow you take it from the other side.
Modification, okay.
The modification to the test of hypothesis, and then I can show you other resources that you can also use to, at least just to help you do kind of model. Yeah. So if there's question, you can bring it on board so that we would discuss it. We will discuss it before we leave for today. If there's something that you don't get it from the beginning up to this point.
Zaza, I think it's okay for now. Maybe tomorrow, when we are done with we'll go through the modification and the testing and other things. Maybe other questions will follow. Yeah.
Okay. All right, but please, do you have the software, the Amos?
No, please.
All right, so let me share a screen if you want to download it. It's a big file, but I want you to download it yourself.
Okay.
Okay, can we get the recording? Yeah, the recording once it's ready.
The Amos, does it come with the SPSS?
No, you have to install the SPSS separately. But I'm going to give you a resource area that you can download it. You can download the SPSS and then the AMOS for free at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me share my screen. Okay, so the recording will be available once Google makes it ready. When they send me the link to the recording, I'll share it with you.
Okay.
Okay, so let me share the screen. So we are going to download. Okay, so let me open a new tab. So I've opened a new tab, as you can see. So I just type enter Google and then type www. Oh, I should have even entered it up there. www.getintopc.com. So you just type this one on the search engine and then you click enter. So when you click enter, it will take you straight. If you do it in Google, Google will take you to the various options for you to select. But if you type it at the top here, www.getintopc.com, you will get straight. It takes you straight. Okay. So once you have done that, please, I hope you can see.
Yes.
Yes.
So you just type Amos. Let's type Amos here. You type Amos here, and then you click on go. If you click on go, you have 5 results. So this is what we are using: IBM SPSS statistics. This one has the statistics software, and then the Amos itself. So you have 2 softwares at the same time. But depending on your machine, if your machine or your laptop is not all that, let's say a high one, then you need to look for the lower version of the SPSS. So you click on it, it opens like this for you. So just scroll down. When you scroll down, in fact, the file is a little bit big, but 2 software, so you should take note. So this one will help you to do the installation. How to do the installation? So you can download this one first. How to this particular one? So you click on this one. You click. The system will take you to a place for you to. So let me do that. If I click on it, it will come to this side. Then I click on download video. So I click on download video guide, and then it will download. Because I've already done it, I don't want to do it. So but the moment you click on it, it will download. All right. When you are done, you can go back to the main software. This is download full setup. So this is where you have the full setup. So you click also on it. When you click on it, it will also go around looking for the software from the server. Then, if it is ready, you will get to know. It is still searching for it. What? Mine has even started though. See, if you can see it from the button here. If you can see. Please, can you see here?
Where is the case?
Yeah.
Yes, mine has started. I don't want to download it. That's why I paused it.
5.1 gig.
The kind of browser that you are using. If it is Mozilla, Mozilla would ask you to, do you want to download or save? But the Explorer is just, the moment I click on download, it's just downloading. So you just do that. So once it is done, you can follow the video. You just follow the video to do the installation. That is all. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah, is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay.
So that is how you can do to just get the software. And this one is forever. You don't need any activation. You don't need to do any activation or something. Unlike the other ones that you get it for 30 days and then that ends it.
I'm sorry. Can you also get the starter like that? Starter like that?
Stata. So you type stata here. If it is there, you get the version 13. You get the version, okay, the version 15 is there. These are different versions of Stata. If you want to use Stata,
Okay.
the various softwares. And not all the softwares are available here.
Okay.
Okay. So that is that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So God willing, I think we will meet again. So one person can also pray as we are ending. That is if there is no question for now. Auntie Rita, are you there?
I'm here, Mr.
Today you are quiet.
I'm just observing. I didn't get the beginning, but so tomorrow you just do a recap of the first slide and then.
Okay. Okay.
I'm fine.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Azari, I don't have your slide though.
You don't have my. Oh, you don't have it.
Yeah, among the things you attached, it's not in it.
Oh, okay. Please, then once the video is ready, I'll send everything together.
Okay.
Okay. I also don't have, so please kindly.
All right. Auntie Lizzie, is it okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay. Then I can see. Okay. Sergio, is it okay? Please, I want to see your face. Can we see your faces, please? I have more question. Just to see your faces. But if it is not possible, no problem. Those that can show their face, fine. So let me show my face. This is my face.
Is that your real face?
That is my real face.
Mr. Nelson Amponsa's face too is up there. Hi.
Yeah.
Jacqueline, your face is in the dark.
You can't see your face.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We can see your face. Also is there.
Hey,
Yeah.
Pastor Lo is at the beach.
You are in London.
Pastor Lo is at the beach.
What the father?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm chilling small.
Yeah. All right. So I think will be ending here. God willing, we will continue. Please, who is DMA?
District Management Assembly.
Exactly.
Godfather, next time you take us through how you got that background. Otherwise, I won't agree.
No problem.
Yes, madam.
No problem, my dear.
All right. Okay. All right. So, one person can pray for us to come to a close of that is today's program.
Is somebody praying, please?
Amen.
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 Amen. Very simple.
Auntie Rita and Auntie Jacqueline, I greet you.
Yo, me too, I greet you. Oh.
Okay. All right. So, God willing, we will be meeting at the same time, 2 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. So if I created the WhatsApp, so the WhatsApp platform, I'll put the link there once the recording is ready, so that you can download it from there.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.